Alright, let's review a Grand Thumb video. Okay.
Afraid of Russia. Are you afraid of Russia?
A little bit.
Today on Grand Thumb, we're going to be testing out the legendary Vant Ballistic Shield. Now, if you're not familiar with the legendary Vant Ballistic Shield, how heavy is it?
It's pretty heavy.
It's not heavy. Come on, lift it up. Get it up. So, this is used by a lot of soldiers, and it is the stuff of legend. Legend has it that these can withstand Dishka fire, that these can take an RPG hit, survive, but not the Russian operator behind them. The question is, what is the ballistic rating on this shield? Today on Grand Thumb, we're going to be shooting it with both Russian and American firepower, and we're going to conduct some scientific tests here. On the topic of protection, brings us to the sponsor of this video, Aura. Now, do you know what the fastest growing crime in America is? And surprisingly, it is not putting...
I can't wait, our first time, our first date. You're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink.
Well, the reason... So if you want to take a closer look at this, the Vant's a very interesting concept. It's based on entering rooms for very close quarters combat. As you can see here, it would be carried by a front-leading man entering into a room. You can see we have a really good ballistic shield right here that they can look through. So we're going to be, of course, testing what this can withstand later on. And then beyond that, we have great ballistic protection according to the legends. So I'm really excited to shoot the main portion of the shield to see what it can withstand. To be clear, level 3, level 4 in armor technology. Typically for a level 4 for an American armor plate will be able to withstand one round of 30-06 armor piercing. I don't know what this is going to end up as. Micah, what armor rating do you think this is?
I don't know. I've talked to so many people and heard like the craziest stories and then the lamest.
Every Russian airsofter I talk to, and they know everything, has told me that this thing can take a Dishka, no problem. That would make it some crazy armor classification level that we don't have. I don't know.
I'm excited to see if this protects their footsies down there.
Why?
Well, because they need to be able to move. That's a critical portion of any combat experience. I just like feet.
This guy's actually fairly heavy. As you can see, you have different ways of holding it.
Okay, so the conclusion is he just likes feet. Okay. Kind of a weird comment, but okay.
So if we come over to our stand right here, we're going to be placing it right up against here. We have our cardboard targets up to detect any type of rounds that go through. So we're going to go ahead and lean that guy up right and stop a 9mm. It can easily stop buckshot, so we're not going to do that on it. We'll be moving over to the AKM. So this particular AKM does have a whip machine suppressor on it, very cool. And we'll be firing just standard ball ammunition out of this AKM, one of the most common weapons most commonly encountered. From there, we'll be moving on to the AK-105, commonly seen in the battlefields all over Eastern Europe right now, especially in the Ukraine. So if we take a look here, we are firing standard Russian military ammunition 7N6, which is probably one of the most common 5.45 rounds overseas. Going over here, we have a URGI. We'll be firing M855A1, which are very spicy boys and has a pretty good armor piercing effect. And of course, for my Giga Chads out there, we have the M16 coming out here with not as spicy, but still pretty good M855, which is a great round out of a 20-inch barrel. Very interested to see how this does. I would say this does possibly have a chance of penetrating it simply due to the speed of the projectile. Micah, you agree?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
It's just so good. I don't know what armor class it could be.
I'm so interested to find out. From there, we have the FAL, of course, here to put down commies again. Firing M80 ball, just a standard 308 ball cartridge. And to once again teach everyone a lesson, we have the venerable M1 Garand firing 30-06 armor piercing. Very NATO 9mm. Well, that shield didn't appear to move at all. All right, Charlie, mark that. Careful, please. All the way through, you know. So we have our 9mm impact right here. Looks like it went through right there. And then the question is, did it exit? Nothing. Micah, come check this out. Zero bulging, which is always good. You don't want that happening. Another note is that this is made by Fort. Man, I would hate to carry this thing around, even in like CQB. It's just kind of heavy, dude.
And why did they make the Velcro, Ray?
Oh, to anger a bull. All right, we have the AKM, firing standard ball ammunition, 123 grain. Let's see how it goes. Got a little jiggle. We have the impact right there. Thank you, Charlie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. And we have zero bulging that I can feel in this. That's fine. Nothing exited. It stopped an AKM, no problem. And that was at about 25 meters or so. So, question is, how can it withstand some of these? See the material that we actually have underneath, the bulletproof material. It seems to be some type of composite of, looks like Kevlar, perhaps aramid fibers as well. It is an older technology, and it leads me, I definitely have some questions about its ability to be even rated level 3, which is coming up with our M80 ball and 55 grains. So we'll see. So right here we have the URGI standard, pretty much M4A1 upgraded. We are firing M855A1. See right there. Let's go ahead and let's send it. You can see a lot of movement. Wonder if that means straight through. There's an M855A1 impact right there. Nice little clean hole. The question is did it go through? Thank you. Thanks, Charlie. All right, coming to the back, and no penetration. It stopped the mighty M855A1. Not that it's specifically like the end-all be-all, but it's good performance right there. Those are screws.
Those are screws.
Standard green tip, just like the 90s would have loved. And firing it out of the M16. Let's give it a shot. Okay, shot it right side. Didn't see a lot of movement. I wonder if the Giga Chad got through. Okay, so we have our little hole from the M855 out of the 20-inch M16. I'm gonna go ahead and mark that, Charlie. Question is, did it go through? Micah, what do you think?
If A1 didn't, I don't have any.
Man, did not even bulge it. Yeah, I honestly would have expected a little bit of bulge.
Really?
Yeah, from an M855 out of a 20-inch.
A little bulge?
Ooh, that jiggled. That jiggled. All right, we have our M80 ball impact from the FAL. Micah, what are you thinking, dude?
Did it just form the shield? Like, is it bent at all?
Well, we'll find out. So, right here, so what's kind of harder to quantify, but if you press in on it, like with the other impacts, it feels pretty impressed, dude. But I think the Grand's gonna put it down into the dirt once and for all. You know what though? It's fine. Gorgeous M1 Garand with armor-piercing 30-06, sold to me by the U.S. government. Thank you, CMP.
I saw something. Why does it weigh that much?
We saw a puff of smoke. Here's the impact right here. It is close. We will be doing another shot after this. Will you mark that one, Charlie? Thank you. All right, Micah, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it went straight through, man. Easy too, like clean.
Oh no! Is that asbestos? I don't know.
Yeah.
That took some chunks with it, dude.
The size of that. I can't even cover that with my hand.
Yeah, he's got a point. What do you think about this, Charlie?
I mean, honestly, seeing how it just went right through this shield, you could line up.
There were some jokes there.
Maybe.
There were some jokes there. He used that finger puppet hand. He's like, I don't know if he caught that. He had the finger puppet hand. He said, I can't even cover that with my hand.
Maybe even 7. malnourished Japanese soldiers, and it would go right through them. You're gonna win that rap battle 10 times out of 10.
Now, people are gonna get mad and say that the first impact was too close. Well, I'm sorry, I'm a good shot, but we're gonna shoot at a piece of the shield that is not impacted or no shots are close to it, just to prove the point that this will work just as well, even in those locations. Well, here's the impact. Whew. There's the exit. Forgive me for using an American phrase, but like a hot knife through butter. So we have the Steyr HS-50 right here, basically the sniper rifle from Halo. We'll be using very spicy 50 cal at an extreme range right here, 25 meters.
Beware Korea aspects.
Firing. We have the impact right there, and we have someone who's dead on the other side. So this would sit at about a level 3 armor rating, I would say, because the garand went straight through, but it could stop 55 grain, it could stop 308, so we'll put the Vant at a level 3, and that is a heavy level 3.
Like the heaviest level 3.
I would not want to carry this, man.
For sure. Honestly, I think if they would have just gone up to a level 4, then they would have stopped everything. But
He's got a good point. Can you imagine though, like, it's wild to me that you actually see Russians running them. Everyone has them, they're very ubiquitous, and if that glass is gonna stop anything, it's gonna be buckshot. I consider that a good test, as that buck pattern is gonna spread out. There's a greater chance of it hitting the visor. See if it works. All right, so right here we have the visor. You can see we have our buckshot impact right. So we have NATO 124 grain side. So unless you're wearing some type of eye protection, it's going to be a bad day for you. Now, I will say it did stop it, but there is some penalty. What? Oh!
Wait.
Nice! Look at that. Stopped it.
That's really surprising. Yep, I know what that look is. Let's do it.
We're gonna shoot it again. AKM, ball ammunition, little flap. That looks like that was Yep. Okay. So, Vant shield. Final synopsis. So what we have right here is we have a shield that is about level 3, level 3A. It's going to stop a lot of your common rifle threats that are non-armor rated. Now, once we get into armor piercing, this thing stands no chance. When it comes to our little flap right there, that thing is ready for shrapnel, possibly 9mm, and
a lot of what we're seeing today in like Ukraine and stuff is just really bad armor. This is like obviously something that's surplus, so it's really old. But that's probably also like Soviet Union era, where like the government controlled everything, but now it's more big corporations are profiting off it, like Russian arms companies are profiting off all this, and it's just really just not working out for Russia, mainly because of the level of corruption and corporate corruption and people getting rich off ripping off the government. And the messed up part is like it's all sponsored by, like, all these companies are sponsored by Russia. All these oligarchs are made rich by Russia. These Russian oligarchs are made rich by Russia and then screwed over by Russia. There was actually a video came out from Ukraine of a gun they took off a Russian, and it was really hard to pin down. But it was really hard to pin down. But it was essentially a squirrel gun. It was a spring-loaded squirrel gun. It was essentially a Red Ryder BB gun. It was like a Chinese Red Ryder BB gun. It was designed for squirrel hunting. I'm not even joking. Someone in the Russian military handed a soldier essentially a Red Ryder BB gun and sent him into combat. Like, crap, that sucks for that guy. I was like, oh man, that sucks. That ain't cool. There's a reason the Ukrainians ended up with that. Anyways, thanks for watching this one. There wasn't really much to react to. Kinda suspect some older Russian stuff would be better than the newer stuff anyways. But yeah, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one and enjoy the infinite mirror here. Alright, like, subscribe. I'll make more.